Good morning, guys, or afternoon, whichever it is for you. Today's book is going to be one of Uncle Matt's childhood favorites, Johnny Tractor and His Pals. So I'm really excited to read this one to you guys. The moon and stars were bright. It was night on the Fowler farm. The lights in the farmer Fowler's house shone carefully. The barnyard and fields were quiet. All the cows and pigs and chickens were asleep. But behind the barn, Farmer Fowler's farm machinery were wide awake. They were talking in very low voices. They have a special language of their own, just as trees and flowers do. So that's the farmyard. Johnny Tractor stood in the middle. He was their leader because he was a tractor. He was sure he was the most important machine on the farm, and he knew he looked handsome in his shiny green and yellow coat and big black rubber tires. Perry Plow was hitched behind Johnny Tractor. Early in the morning, Farmer Fowler would come for them. Tomorrow would be the day to plow the fields along the creek. Farmer Fowler wanted a big wheat crop from that field this year, said Perry. So there's Johnny Tractor, and there's all the rest of the machinery. We're going to get to learn about each individual one. Dickie Disk growled. He had a very deep voice. That field is very dry, Perry, he said. Farmer Fowler will use you to plow it, but then he will use me to cut up the clods of dirt. Johnny Tractor scolded Dickie Disk. Stop acting so proud, said Johnny. Farmer Fowler also uses Henry Harrow to make the fields smooth. This pleased Henry Harrow. He liked to get special attention from Johnny Tractor. Then Henry Harrow spoke. His voice was soft and gentle, like his gentle work in the field. Well, sometimes Mr. Fowler does use me too, Henry said as he flipped a speck of dirt off of one of his spikes. I am always ready to do my part. Aw, that's very sweet. So that's Dickie Disk, and there's Henry Harrow. I'm always ready to do my part too, spoke up Danny Drill. I plant the seeds for Farmer Fowler. I plant them just right so that they will grow quickly and evenly, and I put fertilizer in the soil so the plants will have plenty of food. Sometimes, Danny Drill teased, I think I'm as important as Johnny Tractor. Before Johnny could say a word, Chucky Cultivator muttered, I'm important too. I get rid of bad weeds that would keep the crops from growing. Why, if it weren't for me, Farmer Fowler's fields would be full of weeds instead of corn, beans, and potatoes. All of the machinery nodded and agreed. Yes, Chucky, you're very valuable. So this is Danny Drill over here, and this is Chucky Cultivator. Johnny Tractor couldn't keep still another minute. He turned around so fast he made Perry Plow dizzy. Ha! What would you do without me, Chucky? I pull you over the fields, you know, boasted Johnny, spinning his steering wheel. Oh, goodness. Sounds like Johnny is not being very nice to his friends. Johnny Tractor stuck out his chest and strutted around the group. The truth is, I have to help all of you, he shouted. I pull Mickey Mower and Bobby Baller through the hayfields, and my big muscles turn Gary Grinder to make feed for the pigs, cows, and chickens. I'm the most important of all, Johnny roared proudly. Shh, scolded Big Clancy Combine, looking down his long green nose at Johnny. You'll wake up the rooster. And besides, you're not so important. I don't need you at all. I do my work all by myself. I have my own engine, so there. So there's Chucky the Combine. Or no, Clancy the Combine. It's Chucky the Cultivator. Clancy the Combine. Johnny Tractor couldn't think of any answers, so he yawned and pretended he was going to sleep. He knew Clancy Combine really didn't need him. Johnny began to feel very ashamed of the way he'd acted. He said, "Well, I guess Farmer Fowler couldn't get along without any of us. He really needs all of us in some way." So he's starting to realize that maybe what he said wasn't very nice and wasn't right. So let's see what he does. All of the other machines agreed with Johnny Tractor. "You better get some rest now if you're going to keep up with me tomorrow," Johnny added in a kind voice as he settled his wheels firmly on the ground inside. Before long, the sun would chase the moon from the sky and the roosters would wake them all up with his cock-a-doodle-doo. Tonight they must rest, just as Farmer Fowler and his family were doing. Tomorrow they must be ready to work hard together. Soon they were all fast asleep. And that's important. We all have to work together. And there they are, out in the field. So, sometimes we need to remember that it's not all about what we can do, it's about what we can do with others so that we can help everyone out. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again next time. All right, have a great day. Love you. Bye.